Well, thank you, Rob, and thank you all for being here. As president of Cleveland State, we are beginning a new chapter in CSU athletics. First of all, I want to thank Len Komorowski, CEO of the Cavaliers, for helping lead our search, along with Janelle Hughes. Where's Janelle? There she is, Chief Talent Officer at CSU. Len and Janelle, great work, and thank you very much. Also want to thank the members of the search committee who vetted dozens of candidates, dozens and dozens of candidates. The interest that our university is generating is real, it's palpable. People out there know we are moving forward together and we are on the road to something special. I also want to thank the members of the search committee who vetted all these candidates. And as I mentioned, we were searching for 4 things when we set out on this journey. 1, a candidate of unquestioned integrity and unimpeachable values. 2, an advocate for student athletes who always puts students' well-being and academics first. 3, a leader and a partner with a keen business sense who can build an athletics program that is fully connected and in sync with our students, our faculty, our staff, and gets them excited about our city and about watching Cleveland's only Division I athletics program. And fourth, someone who is ready to work their tail off on behalf of you, me, our students and staff, because he or she believes in our mission and will stop at nothing to get things right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have found our man today. And before I introduce him, I'm going to give you some sense of what he's done and where he's come from, because I think it's important that you understand the kind of character, the kind of individual that we're getting today. First and foremost, he obtained a bachelor's degree in business administration and marketing from Illinois State in 2002, a master's degree in sports management and athletics administration from the University of Indiana in 2003. He went on to lead external marketing and ticket sales efforts at the University of Illinois at Chicago, a Horizon League school. While with the Flames, he implemented initiatives that led donations, sponsorships, ticket sales revenues, all-time highs over a 5-year period. He also attracted the 2nd and 3rd largest individual home game attendances in the history of their men's basketball program. Our new AD then went to Wichita State, where he managed ticket sales and services during 2 sold-out men's basketball seasons. He then facilitated the creation of new courtside and capital campaign seating programs that generated over $1 million in incremental revenue over a 2-year period. And since arriving at Kansas State 9 years ago, he's provided senior leadership to a program that has led to 46 consecutive sellouts in football since 2010, national top 25 attendance rankings in men and women's basketball, soccer, volleyball, and baseball. The fan experience unit under his direct supervision was named the marketing team of the year, and ticket revenues under his guidance has grown from about $13 million to almost $19 million this year. So on top of that, he was the lead administrator responsible for cultivating and stewarding a donor base that now contributes more than $1.5 million a year at Kansas State. He's helped with their strategic initiatives and helping invest and raise $230 million in capital improvements. More importantly, what has become clear to all of us at Cleveland State during our interview process, aside from his accomplishments, is his ability to build relationships, trust with his constituency groups, among university administrators, among staff, faculty, students, and fans. And as I spent time with him, I tried to get a real measure of the man, and I was able to do that. His strong values, his appreciation for the opportunities he's been afforded, his humbleness, his genuineness, and all of you will soon see what he is bringing to Cleveland State. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me introduce you to the new athletic director at Cleveland State University, Scott Garrett.
Good afternoon. What a great crowd. This all has seemed too good to be true the entire way through the search process, and it has gone so fast. When President Sands called me at 7 o'clock this morning, I answered, "So is the press conference canceled?" And then we went to breakfast and nearly had to take a trip to the emergency room when Matthew dropped his glass at breakfast time. I told him I'd call him out on that as well. But we persevered, and we're here. Thanks so much to everybody for being here. Incredible turnout. The energy for the campus and for Cleveland State is tremendous and visible here in this room. Thank you, President Sands. I'm incredibly excited, honored, and humbled to have the opportunity to work with you and your team and to serve Cleveland State in providing leadership for our student athletes, coaches, and staff. You and Lynn have been so welcoming already to me and Christy and Matthew and Audrey, and we can't wait to get here permanently and pour ourselves into the university and into Cleveland. You've asked for a great partner in this chair, and we've had such a great start already that there's no doubt in my mind that our partnership is going to pay tremendous dividends for Cleveland State. Thank you to the search committee, Janelle Hughes, Sonali Wilson, faculty athletics representative Rob Kleidman, Dr. Julian Earls, Coach Felton, and Len Komorowski. Throughout the search, President Sands and the committee relayed so much enthusiasm for the opportunities that exist here at Cleveland State. I share in their vision for a comprehensive sports program that contributes to and enhances the university's strategic efforts. I appreciate their efforts helping manage the search process, which stayed confidential until 10:10 this morning, and for all of their support. I look forward to working with each of you soon. A special thank you to the senior leadership team of the president, some of whom I've already named, and then some of whom have also been very helpful already in the transition. I think I'm wearing out Janelle and Rob Spademan and Jim Bennett with calls and texts and emails already trying to lay the groundwork for my arrival. Patience is a virtue that I am still learning, and so just feel free to let me know. I'm excited to be your teammate, along with the other cabinet members, and know we're going to do some great things for Cleveland State moving forward. I want to thank Mike Alden, who's not here, but his interim service and leadership and his assistance throughout the search was very helpful. Mike was candid and thorough in his approach, and he continues to be helpful to me personally as we transition. I've been fortunate to work with and around members of what is affectionately referred to in our industry as Alden's Army. So I was not caught off guard when Mike asked me before we went to dinner with President Sands and Lynn what kind of shoes and tie I would be wearing. Mike and I will soon have a chance to visit in person here soon, so he can officially hand off the baton and his analysis of the department. Thank you to the staff and coaches and student athletes in the department. I know that transition is never easy, and there are a number of people that have stepped up and wear many hats over the last few weeks. Danielle, Jamar, and Amy, thank you for your help and encouragement over the last few days in preparation for today's event. There are so many people in our profession that I need to thank that helped make this possible. I've had hundreds of teammates, staff, coaches, student athletes, students at large at UIC, Wichita State, and K-State. These colleagues and friends have made each of me has made me a better person than I was the day before, and it is because of those relationships that I am ready to embark on this challenge. We would be here the rest of the day if I named all of them, and I'll be calling, texting, and emailing them personally over the next few days to thank them for their support. I've been fortunate over the last 17 years to work for 4 great athletics directors: Jim Schmidt, the retired AD at UIC, who gave me my first job when it was so hard just to get my foot in the door; Eric Sexton, former AD and vice president at Wichita State, who taught me the importance of relationship building and how that genuine effort positively impacts our mission in serving student athletes; John Curry, former AD at Kansas State and incoming AD at Wake Forest, who interviewed me 4 times before I somehow finally convinced him to bring me to Manhattan; My growth as an administrator was fueled by John's incredible investment in mentoring me personally, professionally, and he will always be a close personal friend and advisor. And finally, Gene Taylor, my current athletics director at K-State. The last 2 years have taught me that there is no one right way to provide leadership for a university or for an athletics program. The culture at K-State has never been better. And no matter how many times I've gone into Gene's office to tell him that I was looking for a new opportunity and a new job, he's been incredibly supportive, impactful, and especially in providing direction and counsel. It is tough to leave a special place like Manhattan. We'll always have our place in our hearts for our friends and teammates there, but we've most certainly started our wardrobe conversion from purple to green. And based on how much purple we've collected over the last 9 years, my wife's crying, so I'm about to lose it. We've got a long way to go, so you're welcome to leave your green ties on the way out of the room. That'd be great. It means so much to me to have my father Russ and my mother Kim here today. Everything I know about work ethic and raising a family, I learned from them. I know how challenging it was for mom and dad to raise 3 boys and 2 girls, as dad evolved from a factory laborer with no college degree to an executive overseeing that factory, in the process moving our family several times. In a couple weeks, they'll celebrate their 40th wedding anniversary, and they continue to serve as role models for our family. At one point early in my career journey, I vividly recall being home from Illinois State over winter break my junior year and told mom and dad, I think I want to be an athletics director. They said, first, we have absolutely no idea what that means. Second, they said if it requires grad school, you're paying for it. So we have 4 more kids to put through school. But third, whatever you want, we're totally behind you. Go chase your dream. What they didn't know was that dream was going to include me not finding a job and moving back home with my new wife for the first 6 months of marriage. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Love you. We've had a crazy ride. Sorry for all the missed Thanksgivings and Christmases. Finally, our family. Christy and I have known each other since the 1st grade. We started dating when we were 15 years old, and the last 23 years has been unbelievable. Christy is truly my best friend, my biggest supporter. She has not once questioned the lifestyle that serving in intercollegiate athletics and higher education leadership requires, and for that unwavering support, I am eternally grateful. We are so fortunate to have 2 great kids, Matthew, who's smart, caring, and looking for a football team to join, and Audrey, who is almost 9, is loud, hilarious, quick-witted, and practices dance at every opportunity. She'll be enrolling in the dance program at age 10. We are, of course, partial, but I think Audrey and Matthew inherited the best qualities of each of their parents, none of their bad ones, and they are equally as excited as Christy and I to join the Cleveland State family. We are most definitely all in, and you will be seeing a lot of our family at events, games, around the community, and in the office. So why Cleveland State? It's hard to believe this search, for me anyways, started more than 15 years ago. As a marketing and ticket sales staffer at UIC for the first 5 years of my career, I developed a great deal of respect for the Horizon League and its member institutions. Cleveland State has been on the list if timing aligned and the position was available when I felt I was ready for the chair. When this position opened, I networked within the first 24 hours to learn more. From that initial exploration to my introductory visits with Mike Alden, Commissioner LaCrone, and others throughout college athletics, to my first visit to campus several weeks ago, the opportunity to meet President Sands, Janelle and Len, to Christy and I spending another 2 days here last month and meeting President Sands, Lynn, the cabinet, the search committee, coaches and staff, board members Terry Fergus and Dave Gunning, and to all my conversations with people connected to Cleveland State over the last week or so, including John Perry, Mike Thomas, and Lee Reed. The theme that sticks out the most is opportunity. The opportunity exists here at Cleveland State to serve as a model for what intercollegiate athletics can mean for a university, complementing and enhancing the university's mission as an urban serving research institution delivering engaged learning opportunities. The opportunity exists here at Cleveland State to attract and support a diverse team of championship caliber student athletes, coaches, and staff capable of regularly competing for conference championships and NCAA postseason success in all sports. The opportunity exists here at Cleveland State to develop unprecedented support for the institution and our sports programs from our students, alumni, faculty, and community. The opportunity exists here at Cleveland State to build pride by relentlessly and strategically communicating our significant accomplishments locally, regionally, nationally, and globally. The opportunity exists here at Cleveland State to provide a transformational experience for our student athletes in their pursuit of academic, competitive, and personal excellence. And finally, the opportunity exists here at Cleveland State to accomplish these goals while promoting and maintaining an atmosphere of compliance and integrity. As your new director of athletics, understand that I do not take this responsibility and these opportunities lightly. We will build culture with energy, enthusiasm, and professionalism. We will deliver a transformational student-athlete experience. We will win championships. Together, we will work together to lead Cleveland State athletics and Cleveland State University to new heights. And we're going to have a great time doing it. Thank you very much, and go Vikings.